Hello everyone, welcome to Rachel Pichler Yoga. Just in case we haven't met before, my name is Rachel. Today we're doing a full body flow, so find some space to move and let's get started. So we are going to begin today in a lovely toe squat to wake ourselves right up. So you can come onto your knees, tuck your toes under. Maybe press into the hand, even take some weight into the hands, but sending your hips back towards your heels, trying to lengthen the bottom of each and every toe. You can stay leaning forwards, you can sit back on your heels, maybe help those pinky toes get a little longer as well. And then should your arms be free and available to move, we're going to interlace our fingers in front of the chest and then push the palms forward. Push the palms forwards and then tuck your chin down. A little squeeze of your belly in. Trying to create some space between your shoulder blades so that you can forget about your feet. And then use an inhale to lift your arms up. Push those palms up and away. Lift your chin. Shrug your shoulders to your ears. Stay for an inhale. And as you exhale, let your arms fall down to your sides. Take a shoulder roll here. And maybe another one. And maybe one more. Lift those shoulders up and roll them back and all the way down. Awesome. You guys bring your hands to the ground if they're lifted and come off of your feet, off of your toes, tabletop. Maybe give the toes a little tap against the ground, maybe even a little shake of the ankles as well. And then we're going to tuck our toes under just for a moment. Lift your knees to downward facing dog. See if you can press into the balls of the feet instead of your toes here. You might lift and lower your heels a few times, but your toes might be able to stay light or even floating slightly. Take an inhale and look forwards. As you exhale, walk all the way up to the top of your mat. Once you get there, inhale into a half lift. As you exhale, fold forwards. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Reach up and exhale. Lower your arms down to your sides. Stay standing here. Interlace your fingers in front of your chest though. Push your palms forwards. Try to round a little bit. Squeeze your belly in. Open up between the shoulder blades, tucking your chin down. With an inhale, float your arms up, lift your chin, push your palms up, 2. Stay for an inhale. As you exhale, let's fold all the way down. Inhale into a half lift and exhale to fold forwards. Plant your hands, walk back into your downward facing dog. This time you can bring your feet wider though, maybe to the edges of your mat. Turn your toes in slightly, push into your hands, send your hips high, and then maybe you'll walk your hands back towards your feet as far as you want to go with those hands. You might be in a forward fold. You might sway a little bit side to side. Just letting your arms be heavy. Head be heavy. And if you did walk your hands all the way back, bend the knees so that you can plant your hands and walk back up so that you're in downward facing dog again, but your feet can stay wide. And then your right hand could walk back towards the left foot. Take a little bit of a twist. Maybe look underneath your left arm, but press into both your feet on that left hand. Let an inhale, bring your right hand back up to the top. And exhale, switch sides. Left hand could walk back towards your right foot. Maybe it holds your ankle. Maybe it does not. Can you look that way? Can you press whatever's touching the ground into the ground? And then use an inhale, bring that left hand back. Awesome work, you guys. Heel toe or step your feet back a little bit closer together. Use an inhale to gaze forwards, and as you exhale, walk up all the way to the top of your mat. As you inhale, lift halfway up. And exhale, fold forwards. Take an inhale to come all the way up to standing. Reach up and exhale. Lower your arms down to your sides. Add a shoulder roll in if you'd like. And as you inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. And exhale to fold forwards. We're going to plant our hands and our left foot is going to come back. So keep the ball of that or that heel lifted. Stay on the ball of the back foot. You can lower your knee if you want to though. We're going to lift up our chest. Lift the chest, lift the hands. Find your balance in the crescent lunge. Fingers could interlace in front of the chest. Pushing forwards a little peek down, a little squeeze of your belly. Open between the shoulder blades as best you can. Maybe bend into your front knee a little more. And then take an inhale to sweep your arms up. Lift your chest, your chin a little bit. Stay for an inhale. As you exhale, we're going to bring our hands back down. Maybe actually just the left one though. Slowly, slowly into a twist. Reach up, maybe look up. Stay for an inhale. And as you exhale, come out of the twist, back to your lunge. Inhale to gaze forwards. Exhale, bring your back foot up to the top. As you inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands. Right foot is going to come back. You can lower your knee or you can keep it lifted. Stay just on the ball of that back foot though. Lift up your chest. Wake up those nice strong legs of yours. Find your balance. Maybe the fingers are interlacing. Maybe pushing forwards. A little squeeze of the tummy in. Look down, tuck your chin. A little more of a bend in that front knee. And then as you inhale, sweep up. Look up maybe. Press into the ground. Lift your chin a little. Stay for an inhale. Let the exhale maybe bring you into the twist. Right hand coming to the ground. As graceful as possible. Awesome, you guys. Another breath in here. As you exhale, come out of your twist. From your lunge, take an inhale to gaze forwards and exhale. Bring your back foot up. Inhale into a half lift. Exhale to fold. Plant your hands. We're stepping back into our downward facing dog. Push into the ground. Send your hips high. Let your head get a little heavier. Stay for an inhale as you exhale. Let's bring our knees down all the way. And we're going to sit back on our heels. Not in a toe squat, just on the tops of the feet on our heels, where we can interlace our fingers and push our palms forwards. And then round the spine, tuck your chin, squeeze your belly. Awesome work, you guys. Let an inhale, sweep those arms up. Lift your chin, maybe lift the chest a little bit. Stay for an inhale here. As you exhale, let your arms just fall to your sides. Now come to stand on your knees. Bring them a little bit under the hips, maybe if you had them together. And start to interlace those fingers. And push the palms forwards. And pull the belly button in and tuck your chin. And then use an inhale to lift. And look up. And stay for an inhale. And as you exhale, let your arms fall. Your hands come to the ground. And then cross your ankles and take a seat. Bringing your legs in front of you. Give your knees a hug or a squeeze. Let go of all we have done so far. Take a moment to pause. Scan your body. Let your shoulders fall away from your ears. And we're going to try to just keep our knees bent. We're going to try to interlace our fingers, but palms are going to face towards us. And if possible, I want you to lean back a little bit. So we're interlacing our fingers so that we feel a little bit of a pull on our fingers as maybe we lean back a little bit. And I want you to just keep your fingers interlacing, but feel that pull on the fingers, maybe even into the top of the hands, into the wrists if you're lucky, as you kind of lean back and your knees are kind of moving in the opposite direction of your chest. You could float your feet if you want to, but I still want you to kind of press the knees into the hands, a little lean back, trying to feel that pull on your fingers, and also balancing on your sit bones. And then what happens when you let go of your knees and try to float the feet maybe a little bit more? Turn on your core. Let your shoulders fall away from your ears. And then we're going to try to interlace our fingers again and find that pull. Very weird, I know, but it feels nice on the hands. So kind of relax a little bit, but the feet could still be floating. The knees pressing into the hands just a little bit to find that pull maybe. As you try to bring some space maybe between your knees and your chest, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit more. We are going to be rolling onto our backs. So maybe take a peek behind you, make sure that the space is clear. But roll slowly. Maybe interlace those fingers again if they were getting a little bit loose on you. And then can you just guide the knees just a little bit closer to your chest? Maybe they'd move, maybe they don't. But can you soften your hips a little bit more? And feel your back against the ground. Now just an option here to lengthen the legs. So lift the feet up higher. Now you don't have to hold your legs. You can. You don't have to be specific with how you're holding them either. But if you're able to interlace the fingers behind the legs, might be behind the quads. If you're behind the knees, just be nice and gentle. Maybe you're behind the calves and the low back lifts, and you guide your legs towards your chest, or towards your face, and your feet towards the ground above your head, but still all the while feeling that little pull of your fingers if you're interlacing them. Now if you have your hips lifted in any way, bring them back down to the ground. You can bend the knees, maybe hold your knees and draw some circles. Massage your low back. Switch directions. You can let your feet find the ground if they are lifted. You could sway your knees side to side. It could be a big sway. Just side to side. Maybe pausing with your knees falling over to one side for a few moments. And then switching. And then eventually lifting the knees back up. And you might hug them back to your chest. You might take one final interlace of the fingers. Hug the knees, find that little pull. And eventually letting go and sending your legs out long and your feet wide. Rest your arms somewhere comfy. Finding a Shavasana. And staying here for as long as you have time for today. Thank you for joining me. Enjoy the rest of your day. And until next time, namaste.